Welcome to all the classic car enthusiasts. This is mostly Jaguar and a bit of Land Rover. Okay, so for Olivia, this is the gentleman in France that's interested in my chassis. This is the chassis. The top one belongs to my friend, that's for his XK. They've both been galvanised and acid dipped the same way and sandblasted. He's having this one on his car that I'm restoring for him, and this is my old one which I'm selling. So you can see it's in really good condition. All the galvanising looks nice on it. I'll take you around if I can get around. Unfortunately this place is just full of shit at the moment. It's not my workshop, it's a friend's. Hang on, oh god, it's a bit tight around here. So you can see all looks really good. It's been well done, all the metal's been tested. As I say, I prefer the powder coating, but it's all absolutely solid, you can see that. There's only two issues with it. One is this stud is broken here, and this one, which you can easily take out, and these will need re-tapping again, these holes to put studs in. These are for your wing supports, so they'll need doing. It's not a big job. It can be done without touching the galvanisation. And on one other issue is over there. You can see how this one is perfectly straight and that one's got a little bend on the end. I'm going to go around the other side and show you. So sorry about this, not for the normal YouTube guys, but I just want to show him what he's getting. You can see it's got a little dink in it, but what I'll do, if you want it, I'll take this down to my workshop and straighten it back out so it's the same as the other ones. Nothing wrong with it. No rust in it, it's just been hit with something when it's been put down or whatever. So that's the chassis. Now for a galvanised chassis, for a new one, I think you'd be probably talking, I don't know, 2,500–3,000 euro, probably more I would think. So to get a galvanised chassis for what I'm asking for this, to get a chassis for what I'm asking is cheap. For it to be sandblasted, dipped in acid, all cleaned up inside and galvanised, it's a steal. Anyway, so let me know what you think. If not, I'll hang on to it. I'm not really desperate for anything, so I'm not desperate to get rid of it, that's for sure. Okay, so for the rest of you guys, this is the company that does the exhaust for me for the you can see here, this is the one I have on my E-Type, the long. This is called Classic Fabs. This is the company, and they make bespoke exhausts for all kinds of stuff. And so what they've done is they've made two sets for Johan and me. These are the ones that are going to be going on the XK engines, and then they do all this kind of stuff where you got flexi pipe. I mean, that is just, the material is just, and you can see it's absolutely gorgeous. It's stainless steel and then it's all chromed, and you can see that the fit on these is, honestly, it's precision. I don't know if that's going to show up. Maybe it will. Hang on. But you can see it's just pure precision. I mean, just a real tolerance fit. Anyway, so I'll put these back in here because I won't be back up for a few weeks. But I mean, obviously they do go blued, these, when they're once they're heated, but they go a kind of bluey, rainbowy colour. Anyway, so yeah, that's a very short video because I was up here anyway, and here's the Land Rover over here. Unfortunately, they've pushed it away in the corner with all this other stuff. I don't know what this is. I mean, it's his workshop, and he's good enough to give me the space, so I'm not going to bitch or complain. But you can see that this is a Series 2 109 long wheelbase. For those of you non-initiated with Land Rovers, the 109 refers to the from one centre hub to the other. You had 88s and all kinds of different numbers, and it's inches, 109 inches. And you can see it's an F reg, so it's a 67. The chassis on this just needs a couple of dumb irons done on the front, which I don't know if I can get round to. It's full of crap. I don't think it's possible to get round there now. Let me have a look. Oh yeah, maybe. Oh no. No, I won't be able to get round the front. Just a second. So it's possible to get round this way. Don't look like it. Maybe. Oh, let's just shove all this shit. Oh yeah, maybe I can get round. God dear, things I do for you guys on YouTube. Yeah, so where is she? I mean, the obvious thing with the Series 2A is the internal lights, obviously. But the wings and everything, all the panels on it are really good. The only panel that's been damaged is that one, where they've cut out to put this front. They must have been using it for pushing trailers around, so I'd have to put a piece into this because they're quite difficult to get hold of now. The only thing I really need for it is a steering wheel. So if there's anybody out there that's got a 3-spoke, just a black 3-spoke will do. If they have a Series 2 that's wire, then even better. But I'm looking for one because they've got some silly little kind of race leather wheel on it, which is, for a Land Rover without power steering, is just crazy. You'd have to be garth to move it. But when she's moving, you can drive it, but you can't. You can hardly turn it to park it. But it runs beautiful. I stick a battery on this, it'll run straight away. It's just, obviously the engine's going to be restored, the gearbox, the transfer box. I'll do everything on it. And there is some work to do on the dumb iron here. I think you can see it there. A bit of damage there. So when I take it off and get the chassis, I'll rework the chassis and then bring it up to Czechia and have it I'll sandblast it first, then weld it, then we'll have it acid dipped and we'll galvanise it, because it saves me going all the way to the UK for a Richards chassis. But you know, she's all there, and when I bought the vehicle, excuse me a second, let me put this down. Yeah, there we go. There we go. When I bought it, everything was, you know, it was all running. It was MOT'd, it was taxed. I think if you look in the windscreen, you can still see the tax. It's done a fair bit of mileage though. I think it's done up 100 and something. But you know, this battery was sat on it, and I think it hadn't run for 3 years, and I hadn't charged it, nothing. And I tried it one day, and she cranked over and started. Unbelievable. So yeah, a lot of work to do. The bulkhead is normally where they go on Land Rovers. I'm sure any Land Rover guy will tell you that. But you can see how good the wings are. I mean, for a 67, it's really quite tidy. I mean, Land Rovers shouldn't be too. This one we're going to definitely paint ourselves. But I will start stripping it down once the E-Type and once one of the. No, we'll have to get the Mini, the second Cooper, finished first, and then bring this down and start building it. But I have all the parts ready for it. I've had them sat for 3.5 years, 4 years I think, the parts. Anyway, we're getting near the end of up to our 9 minutes 59 seconds. So, but yeah, it's I mean, these things are such a good buy, and you can still pick them up for not a lot of money. You know, and the thing, they say that 75% of these things are still on the road, these old Land Rovers, so it says something. I mean, you can see there that the paint is very bad, but you can see how straight the side is. And you look at the side, I mean, it's in really good condition. You know, and as I say, I paid less than €1,000 for it. I can't remember what I paid for it. I think it was $850 or something. 850. Yeah, something like that. See what I mean about that wheel? Look, it's for a car, not for a Land Rover. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. I'll put this one up tonight, and then when I'm doing the E-Type tomorrow, I can show you what we're up to there as well. So anyway, Olivia, that's the one, not the top one, but the bottom one. And I've got some extra photos with me, and I'll give you them as well. So that's what she looks like. As I say, for what I'm asking, it's a steal. But I'm not fussed either way whether I sell it or not. Anyway, so take care. Thanks to everybody. Oh, and for getting over 1,800 subscribers, which is nice. I really appreciate it, and the comments. So thank you very much, and I'll talk to you in a couple of days. Take care. Bye for now. Bye.